Leos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started for Leos. What do Leos need to know coming up in their lives? And any advice is so welcome for our Leo's universe. Okay, we got quite a few for Leos. So I put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. This is a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. You can take from it what you will. You can get a private reading from somebody that you trust. You can check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional side also. So there's some options for you. Got leftover, a lot of leftover. Got two extra cards, but I'm going to read them. So the overall energy here is the Four of Wands. Wow, special connection. A lot of love, a lot of joy. Union between two people. This is a card of celebration over love. This can be a card of marriage. Wow. That surrounds your entire reading. All cards are male or female. The Knight of Swords is in your highest energy, Leos. So you're taking some sort of action. This is the most actionable card in the deck if this is your reading. So you're going forward. You have your sword up for truth and for clarity. And you're out doing what you need to do. So I need to find out. These are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. So are you going for it? Is that what you're doing? Are you going for this love interest? This soulmate? Because I have the Cups right next to the Knight of Swords and right above the Four of Wands. This is union between two people again. Lots of love, rainbows and sunshine, children dancing. A lot of joy associated with this cup right along with this card, along with the cups of love. So I kind of feel like you're going for it. Either that or you're not going for it and you're going to cut this relationship out of your life for whatever reasons. Or there's just some truth. There's so many possibilities. Let me keep reading. I have the Two of Swords next to the Cups. So there's something that you have not dealt with. That's what you're doing. You're dealing with something that has to do with this relationship. So this reading is for those of you who are in a relationship right now. The Two of Swords is, see this figure? She's guarding her heart. She has her arms across her heart. She has her swords up in self-defense and the blindfold on. So this tells me that this is something. There's something going on you have not dealt with that you are going to deal with. Something that you were hoping might work itself out, but now you're taking action and it has to do with a relationship. A very strong connection that you're in, if this is your reading. I have the Five of Cups under the Knight of Swords. There's disappointment in love here. You feel like your cups were kicked over. Something's a mess here with this relationship, and you're going to get to the bottom of it. I call this the card of hope because there's two full cups right behind this figure. So let's see. Are you going to be able to turn around and see the hope that's still in this relationship or not? I have the Ten of Swords next to the Four of Wands and under the Two of Swords. The Ten of Swords is the card I call the end of the pain, the end of the suffering. And it comes through all this truth and clarity. Knight of Swords, rushing out there with that sword up, seeking that truth and clarity. It is going to put things to an end, okay? Somehow it's going to be resolved. So you go from not dealing with it to dealing with it in full force. I have the Knight of Pentacles under the Five of Cups. This is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. But it's because it looks like the horse is standing there, not going anywhere. But there is one foot in front of the other. And it's bringing a pentacle. Pentacles are about security and stability, so I think you're feeling very insecure now in a relationship that there was a lot of love. You were seen as a couple. You might have been even married or engaged. And I just feel like the commitment was lacking here in this relationship. I have the King of Wands right next to the Knight of Pentacles and right below the Four of Wands. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So this is your card, Leo. And one of those signs might also be strong in someone else's chart around this reading. But with this King of Wands, you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and your other hand's on your hip, so you're ready to get up and move forward. Very mature thinking. It's a king. The kings and queens are very mature thinking. But you're ready to move forward. You need to know if you're moving forward with this person or if you're going to have to move forward, because I feel like you feel that you are not getting the commitment that really you should be getting from having these two cards in your reading. This is really being seen as a couple, and having a lot of love and history, in this relationship. But for some reason, you're thinking that they are withholding their commitment to you. I have the Strength card right next to the King of Wands. This is your card, Leo, right under the Ten of Swords. So what's good about this card is there's the infinity symbol of intuition and knowing. So you are going to know what to do, and you will find the strength and the courage to do it. And here it is, and that is to come right out and demand the truth. Demand the honesty, so that you know exactly what you've gotten yourself into and exactly what you might want to get yourself out of at this point in the reading. Wow. They messed up somehow, or there's a rumor that makes you feel like they messed up. You need to get to the bottom of it. So putting these down in the same order that they came out of the deck. When I have extras, I put them right here and right here. Okay. So the Emperor is in your highest energy line, right next to the Two of Swords, being in self-protectant mode. The Emperor is the card for Aries. Aries could be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But this is like sticking to your guns. This is like, making up your mind, being stubborn. It's like knowing what you want and not wavering from it. Uncompromising in a way. It's like you're sticking up for yourself. In this sense, it is good. It's because you are being true to yourself, if that makes sense, and you're not going to waver or let something slide that goes against your beliefs or your feelings here. So the Emperor is very important. You're very well liked and respected by others. And if you're a leader, or you could be a leader in your profession, whatever you do at work. So people follow you, they listen to you, they respect you. So I feel like you're just kind of being like, if this is the case, whatever has happened over here, and you're going to seek the truth though. If this is the case, that you already know what you're going to do about it. If it's not the case, you probably already know what you're going to do about it. I have the Queen of Swords right next to the Emperor. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But this is you with your hand out. Here you go. The Knight of Swords, seeking that truth and clarity, really taking action. And the Queen of Swords is taking action too. You're being very mature-minded, kind of valiant. You're holding your sword up in self-defense, and you have your hand out, and you're speaking your mind, you're speaking your truth, and you're asking for their truth. You're getting to the bottom of whatever this is over here that you feel like your cups of love were spilled, and that someone was not acting committed in a way when they should have been with this relationship. And here's the commitment, the Ace of Pentacles, and this is what you need to talk about. So you are in a committed relationship if this is your reading, and you need to find out, are they committed or not? What's going on here? You know? So the commitment is what this is all about, and this is what's going to be spoken about. I have the Page of Cups under the Emperor and next to the Ten of Swords. Wow, this is like an apology. I think they messed up. I don't know if they really realized, I think the truth all comes out, okay? You get the truth. You put it into things. It's right next to the Ten of Swords because of the truth. But I feel like they have an apology, and you're going to get an apology. Um, they're human, just like you, just like me, and they messed up. And I feel like they're going to come in with an apology. Under the Queen of Swords and next to the Page of Cups is the Page of Pentacles, another kind of a young card. But looking at the Pentacle, now this is what you need to know, where is their mind? Is their mind on your commitment, or is their mind somewhere else? And it feels to me like they do want to put their mind on the Pentacle. The Pentacle does mean something to them because, they're looking at this Pentacle as if it's a crystal ball. Maybe they're overthinking things. Like, people tend to, they get in a commitment sometimes, and they're like, oh my gosh, the rest of my life, I mean, what is this going to look like? What if we have kids? And what if it doesn't work out? Then I'm paying child support, and then, maybe they're overthinking everything as far as this commitment goes. So I feel like there are things that need to be talked about here. I do have the Tower card under the Ace of Pentacles and next to the Page of Pentacles. Yes, I feel like you're feeling this Tower moment. You're kind of expecting that maybe this is going to be a breakup. But in looking at these cards, I feel like it's like a big bump in the road. It is a big bump, not a little bump. There might be some arguing going on. There might, it could be like a downright, yelling with this card. Someone could storm out. But things are being said that need to be said. Truth is coming out. And that's what needs to be done. And it is about the commitment. I have the Five of Pentacles under the Page of Cups and next to the Strength card, your card. So the Five of Pentacles, you're feeling rejected. You're feeling left alone. You're feeling disregarded. I kind of feel like that's how they were leaving you feeling. And once I think you speak your truth and let them know how you were feeling about this and what's been going down is where this apology comes from. And this card is right next to your card. I think that they were being, maybe even you were feeling disrespected, but kind of like left behind in a way. But you're going to get to the bottom of it. I do have the Ace of Cups. So, I know there's love here, a lot of love. There's a lot of love here, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands. So, even though you were feeling this way, they never stopped loving you. Even though they treated you probably unwittingly, just kind of overthinking. I think they were overthinking this whole relationship, to tell you the truth. I think they still loved you, but were overthinking it, and then they were making decisions that were hurting you and really getting you on guard. You're trying to just let it slide, but got to the point where you couldn't anymore. So the love was still there from both sides. I see you here, and you're holding back that cup of love under the Tower card until this gets resolved. It's like this is why you had to resolve it. This is water, first off, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But you have that huge cup of love, King of Cups, mature thinking, but you pulled it back. And you pulled it back because you're not sure if they're in this committed relationship the way that they should be or claim to be. So this is under the Tower card. I think this is all happening. You pull back your cup of love. You have this conversation. It might turn into an argument. Things start to come out. The truth comes out. but the love is still there. Okay. So then I have the Judgment card and the Eight of Pentacles. These are the two extra cards that came out. Well, the Judgment card tells me this is a spiritual lesson. I think it's for both of you because it landed on the Tower. I got it over here next to the Tower card. Guardian angels and spirit guides. I think they're kind of showing them and you how to appreciate what you have. If it's love, if you have a giant cup of love for each other, how to act like you love each other, okay? So they come out with some things that they feel like you hadn't been doing properly, and that, those things coming out. It's definitely needs to come out. It's a spiritual lesson, and you're waking up to it. You're both waking up to it, and you're going to get it. And you're going to end up wanting to save the relationship. You're going to end up wanting to work on the pentacles, become a partnership like you thought you'd be to begin with, or probably were for a period of time, and start to build your future together. So I don't think that you're going to separate. I think that this is a giant bump in the road that you will resolve. Wow. But, it's no fun getting there, but it's like it's something that you both need to go through to get all this truth out. Wow. So I'm going to take out an angel card, take from it what you will. More shuffle here for Leos. Okay. Let's see what your guardian angels have to say here. Glasses on. This reading. It's card number 3, and it's called Creativity and Abundance. I'm going to read it to you. Dear one, you are being called to action. You're ready to accomplish great things and truly come into the fullness of who you are. I'm telling you, this is a spiritual lesson. It's a time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects, or becoming a parent. Follow your passion so that the abundance and prosperity manifest for you. That's good advice. Be true. Follow your passions. Be true. The King of Wands, like I said, is very passionate. I think you have passion for one another, actually. And I think the love and the passion is going to win over, and that is why the other person is going to want to go ahead and work on this commitment once everything comes out in the open. What a reading, huh? So Leos, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.